What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tasty Tuesday on Tasty Loot Gaming, the show where we talk about gaming news. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
And a quick reminder to play Telltale's Batman and Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Both are for free on PlayStation Plus. You can download those, play those, come back at the end of the month for Plus Club. We'll be talking about our opinions on those games. Let us know yours. And our game of the month is an isometric game with skills and tower defense stuff. It's called Death Trap. Play it. It's really fun. We played it. We did a stream. Go watch that or go buy it. It's typically pretty cheap to get. Chris, have you played it?
I have.
You have? Okay, cool. We have something to talk about soon then. But yeah, with that, we got 4 bits of news, so let's get into it.
So Microsoft has signed off for a new Fable game, open world story-based RPG like the core games in the series. The company making it for them is Playground, the people who make Forza Horizon 3. They opened a second studio recently, and they are the ones in charge of making this. When Fable co-creator Simon Carter of X Lionhead fame was asked about it, he said he had slightly mixed feelings, saying, on one hand, it's great for the UK game industry, very pleasing that Fable isn't dead. Indeed, it will be lovely to play one as a punter without coming out in hives. On the other hand, it is a little curious to get rid of the team that is uniquely expert in making Fable and then try to make Fable. Fable's a weird game and a tough one to deconstruct for a new team. That being said, the team in question is very talented, and I'm sure they will do a fantastic job. What do we feel about another Fable, and do we agree with Simon Carter's thoughts?
I agree to a certain extent, but for me, my whole opinion on this is either going to go really good or really bad. I think it is time for new Fable. I think it's been a while now. 3 came out a while back. It had some weaknesses to it. I think 2 is the best of the series, even though 3 fixed things. 2 had shortcomings on, but it was still the same game. So we could definitely improve the series if it came out now. The thing I'm concerned with is, like he's saying, there's a very specific feeling to Fable that is unlike any other open world RPG. There's certain things that they emphasize, like social things and actual character development in the way that they look over time, stuff like that. These things that aren't really being done in other games. That Fable is definitely like, that's its thing, is what makes Fable Fable. So if a new team is going to work on it, they got to really work on those aspects first and foremost, so it feels like it is a Fable game. Otherwise, they're just making another open world RPG. But still improve it, because the old formula, even though it'd be nice to revisit that, it needs to evolve. It needs to get to somewhere. I mean, like Witcher 3, even though, you know, I'm always talking about how good it is, it kind of set the bar pretty fucking high on what I expect at base minimum a game like that should be nowadays. So I absolutely welcome a new Fable. If a new team is doing it, good luck on that, just because I think 343 did a really good job with Halo, so it's not impossible. But it is going to be a tough act to follow up on. And I am glad that they're not making some weird side project one, because they were doing that for a while and they canceled it. Good, because I wasn't interested in that at all. So I'm 50-50 on this. I hope they nail it.
I also feel mixed. I am excited that they are taking an initiative to actually make another first-party game for the Xbox, which is great. It needs it. I am also excited that they are a talented team is making it, though. Like you have said, and Simon, said, the team is completely different.
Yeah.
So
which is kind of insulting too.
Well, and yeah, and like you said, they closed the studio, and then they're like, "Oh, we're making Fable."
Yeah.
So
get out of here. Okay, now we're making it without you.
Yeah. I understand cutting the fat, but in this case, it seems like they cut some of the muscle.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, weird choice. Hope it's good though. So,
I mean, Fable is such like a staple game for a long time for a lot of people. I myself really enjoyed Fable the games. I didn't particularly enjoy the last one because it started to feel kind of stale.
Yeah.
So it might be nice to see a new iteration and a new way of the game is played. But you're right, it does have to maintain its feel of itself, because it is such a unique game and experience that if they deter too much from it, then you're kind of disenfranchising your fans, trying to get new player base to it. So really, it's just kind of like we wait and see hope for the best. Try to bring something fresh to it would be nice to see. But like you said, the fact that they, Lionsgate wasn't it closed, and then they're like, okay, we're making another one. It's like kind of like a middle finger in your face.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I mean, they were working on whatever bullshit Microsoft wanted them to work on, and then it wasn't turning out very well. And they're like, "Okay, get the fuck out of here, Lionhead." And then now they're like, "Okay, I guess we're doing it without you." So it's just kind of weird. But yeah, I think we're all kind of on the same page, though. I just think the biggest emphasis is they got to really nail that dark fantasy, quirky world that Fable has before they really get the game in a place where I think it could be successful. After that, after they get that charm back, then just make it a really functional, fun game.
Yeah.
But, if they do that without the other part, they need to call it something else because it ain't Fable. I mean, it'd be insulting to anyone who's a fan of the series if it was just like Two Worlds 3 or some shit,
Right.
So, yeah. Anything else you guys want to say on that?
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. All right, let's know in the comments. Are you excited for a new Fable? Do you want one? Do you not want one? Do you not give a fuck? Do you think Xbox needs more exclusives? This would be one for them, which would be great because they need something that's not Forza, not Halo, but also being made by the guys that make Forza. So I guess they have two companies working on everything there. I don't get it. Second bit of news. Call of Duty, game you guys either love or fucking hate, as of today, is starting an event to celebrate the new DLC called The Resistance. Now, the event that's coming out is releasing free DLC alongside the DLC you can pay for, which will add 3 new multiplayer maps, new war mode map, and new zombies map if you pay for that. But the free DLC will be giving you a bunch of new shit. So it's giving a new division called The Resistance, same name as the DLC. It'll also be introducing a new mode, actually a returning mode called Prop Hunt, where you will hide as a inanimate object and the other team will try and find you. It says this is a returning mode. I've never played it before, so if you played it...
That's a Gmod game.
I guess. I have no idea. Also, we'll be bringing back Demolition Mode, which is, if you don't know, is search and destroy, except for you respawn when you die. Pretty fun. I like the original version better. And then finally, they will be adding new weapons and gear. They'll be adding the Volkssturmgewehr assault rifle, the Orso SMG, combat knife with a pistol, and it could all be acquired by completing orders. So yeah, adding a bunch of new shit for free alongside the DLC. What do we think about more content coming out, and what do you think about Activision and Call of Duty releasing free content?
I think it's neat. Call of Duty is one of those series where they can get away with not giving away free stuff just because of the amount of people they have playing it. But I'm glad to see that they are doing it, especially with the game before being a major hiccup, and then this one having a really bumpy launch. I think they kind of need to come off a little humble to keep their fan base pleased. Also, side note for Activision, their CEO, I believe, is stepping down, and they're getting a new CEO. So it'll be interesting to see where the company goes, including Call of Duty, and see if this is maybe a trend that'll continue, or if that's just going to be put to a halt as well.
And that's an interesting thing too that I was originally going to want to talk about, but the guy's leaving. I forgot his fucking name, and they're looking for a new CEO. So there's not really a whole lot to talk there, but that is a really interesting point that we don't know where they're going to go as a company because the CEO makes most of the direction decisions. They're the ones that are like, we're going to go this way, we're going to go that way. So it will be interesting to see where Activision goes. Could completely fuck them, could be good for them. But I agree, like you said, Call of Duty's not a series that needs to be humble or give out anything to people. They should, but they don't have to because they're going to make their money regardless. I think this is a good show of faith, going like, hey, you guys are playing the game. You guys are loving it. We're glad that you're liking the game. Here's some content. It's also smart in the sense, and this is stuff that Battlefield learned, you can't release content for certain people who are willing to pay for it and not release it for other people because it splits the community. Yeah. So core features like new divisions, which is a type of class, if you give that to certain people, it's going to completely divide and already, it's Call of Duty. They're doing fine. But it's not going to be good for the community if you're splitting people up. So I'm glad they're adding this content because it's more shit. Actually makes me interested to try the game again. I haven't played it in like 2 months. But yeah, I don't have to pay for it. And if I'm digging in, I feel like I want to keep playing the game, I'll buy the fucking DLC. As long as the maps are good. That's my biggest problem with the fucking game. Is the maps maps are horrible. They're so boring. But yeah, it's cool. Chris.
Yeah. It's always nice to see, like we always say, supporting their games, beyond the initial launch and things like that. Like you were saying, they had a rougher launch, so I think that this free DLC is kind of like a amends for that kind of rough launch that they had. And it's always nice, like maps. I don't play these kind of games, but I know that if someone in your group doesn't have a map, then you can't play that, even though everybody else does. So it does divide the community up. And having certain classes available to people who only pay for it also divides the community up and creates this kind of like pay to win feel to the game. So having this free DLC is nice. The CEO thing is interesting to see in the future where the company's going to go.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, it's Activision, so I mean, like, I'm not expecting this guy to come in and make everything great there. He knows what company he'll be working for, so he's gonna probably have a like mind. But it'll be interesting to see if anything does come out of this. Maybe we'll get some new IPs. That'd be kind of cool because Activision kind of sticks with what the hell they do until it's fucking flown into the ground.
Well, even recently when they did go outside of that, it wasn't even that outside the box. It was literally just stuff they had like burned to the ground before, and decided to kind of put the ashes in a little pile and be like, hey, we're doing it again.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Typical Activision.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to say on Call of Duty?
Not really.
I am excited to see the Volkssturmgewehr assault rifle. It's quite the name for a rifle.
The Volkswagen rifle?
Yes.
Yes. You're going to literally fucking get in a Volkswagen and be able to drive for the first time ever a Volkswagen into people. And it's going to be the rifle class. You're going to shoot them?
Just shoot Volkswagens.
It shoots Volkswagen bugs at people.
That'd be scary.
OP.
OP as fuck. Let us know in the comments. Do you think that's OP as fuck? And also, do you play Call of Duty? Does this interest you in any way? Do you hate Call of Duty? And if you hate Call of Duty, let me know why. In great detail. Give me an essay. I'm curious. Third bit news.
So Seth talked about this last week on Friday, but Nintendo announced a new project called Nintendo Labo. It is essentially a game and hands-on construction DIY accessory kind of thing. It's an experience you can get for the Switch. They'll have multiple kits. These kits will come with things like cardboard cutouts that you can make into fishing poles, pianos, even up to the point of having like a little like mech body. And by taking the Switch controllers and putting them into these cardboard cutouts, you can interact with these experiences. The two price points that they have shown off here shows that there is a variety kit for $70 USD and a robot kit for $80 USD. Seth, like I said, already kind of talked about this. This is more about the price for him, and this is me and Chris's first time getting to actually say our opinions. So, with that, Chris, what's your opinion?
That's a steep price range
for cardboard.
For fucking cardboard. The idea is interesting and creative and unique. I can only imagine the games are kind of one-off games, though, nothing that can spend a lot of time on. It's more about the keeping your kids busy for a steep price range for cardboard, which is just going to break. Huh?
Premium price.
Yeah, no. And it's cardboard. Like, I can see if it was like a plastic that you could construct, but
it's cardboard. I agree with you 100%. I was watching the video last Friday and I just kept looking. I'm like, it's cardboard. I was like, this is neat, but it's fucking cardboard. And then I'm reading about it. I'm like, you're going to sell me cardboard?
I reused boxes from a move that were like relatively new and they're destroyed. 2 uses and it's done.
Oh, I'm wondering when like somebody's gonna get these, they're gonna buy this, and then they're gonna take pictures of it, and you're gonna be able to like print out like onto your cardboard this and just do it yourself.
Right. I'm waiting for the 3D printer models to just be accessible.
Yeah, or make it out of plastic. Yeah, somebody's gonna make like the legit version. I also want to say that I fucking called a long time ago when we were talking about the Switch, making a headset and being able to put the Switch inside it as a fucking headset for VR. And even though this isn't technically VR, it's literally what they're doing with the robots.
With the cardboard.
Yeah, with the cardboard.
You're gonna
I
put
swear.
your $multi-$100 system.
Put your
in a piece
fucking
of
console inside
cardboard.
some cardboard on your face. I'm not trying to sound negative because I think this is actually really neat and interesting and something that only Nintendo can fucking pull off. I already talked about that, so I don't want to get into that too much. But at the same time, it's the biggest positive I can see to the cardboard thing is it's super green. It's a real, I mean,
Yeah.
they're recycling. So, I mean, that's great. And people are paying money for that recycling. So, if you support this, you're kind of supporting like a green initiative, which is a weird way to think of that, but you are.
Yeah, biodegradable and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, that cardboard's got to go somewhere. So, they're selling it back to you. I kept making the joke, the fucking, this is all the cardboard that was in a warehouse that they're getting ready to box fucking Wii U's into. And they didn't sell. So, they're like, what do we do with all this fucking cardboard? We're like, I don't know, sell it back to them, man. We got to make that Wii U money back. That's why it's $80.
This is the same company that made a fat Italian plumber who eats mushrooms and sees crazy shit and fights reptiles. So yeah, no, it is definitely a very Nintendo thing to do. The price point though is fucking crazy, even for
Bold.
Nintendo.
That's a bold price.
Yeah, you buy collector's editions of games with figurines for almost that price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Figurines
crazy.
made of plastic.
Yes, or resin or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a neat idea. I think we're obviously the wrong demographic. This is going to be really hard.
I'm the right demographic and I'm confused. Because I love making
People
shit.
don't think that's their demographic.
Is what?
The people don't think, oh, it's neat. Oh, it's cardboard. It broke.
Kids
Uh-oh.
are going to love it, man.
Yeah,
They get to build
I,
stuff.
As a person who was a nanny for a year, I would not give my children cardboard toys. They would destroy them within 2 hours.
Dude, when I was a kid, I used to fucking cut up boxes all the time and make weird shit with them all the time.
Did they
So
last very long?
with me, they did, but I'm an uptight asshole. So I'm like, keep it pristine. It is sacred.
No.
Do not
They won't
destroy.
last for kids. I see kids destroy plastic toys in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the only thing I can think of is that price, I believe, includes software, which justifies a little bit of the price.
That better be a dope ass game with like skill trees and shit.
But I am wondering if they're going to have replacement kits to buy for the cardboard stuff.
Well, they said you're gonna be able to buy tape and like markers from them too.
So Nintendo's turning into Kmart or fucking Target.
Arts and crafts. They're turning to Joanne.
Joanne, there
Yeah.
you go.
This is officially Mario Red. This is Yoshi Green. Peach Pink.
Dude, stop giving them ideas. That's really good.
They probably already have it.
Yeah. Yeah, you stole from them, huh?
I did. I actually am Nintendo.
Where the fuck's the money at, dog?
I like to keep a low-key profile.
Right.
It's in that cardboard warehouse. You're trying to
Yeah.
get it back. That's why you're getting rid
You
of all
gotta
the cardboard.
spend money to make money.
Yeah, that's capitalism. Sounds like capitalism.
I mean, the only other thing I got on this is their stock went up after this announcement. Their stockholders loved it. So,
Reception's good.
yeah.
I haven't heard anybody talk shit about it.
But here's it though. People know that you can stamp Nintendo's name on something. People will buy it. And
Nintendo knows that.
And check this out. Even if you're selling a $20 piece of software, and let's say that robot kit, you're at that point getting $60 for some cardboard. That is so much profit. Of course, stockholders are happy about that. So
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, they're probably fucking pumped. They're like, are you serious? We can sell people cardboard for 60 fucking bucks, 80 bucks?
So, yeah, I think I'm kind of done with this topic.
Oh shit! All right. Yeah. Chris, any last words on Labo?
It's goddamn cardboard.
It's goddamn cardboard. It is. It's. I'm staying optimistic. I want to see what happens. I want to see the reception. And like I said in the Friday episode, I think the biggest appeal to this is not necessarily the cardboard. It's the experience that Nintendo is always going after, where you got the grandparents and the parents with the kids, and they're all like, "Yay!" like throwing their fucking Wii chucks into the goddamn TV and just having a blast.
That is the experience.
It's the same thing. You're gonna be sitting around. It's gonna be the experience of when you open the package and make the stuff out of cardboard, and then be done with it. Be like, we did this, versus already having it on and going, "Wow, I'm gonna break this shit in 10 minutes." It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, Chris. It brings
No,
people together. Cardboard, the
it
old
brings people
saying.
together initially, and then when your kid accidentally breaks your robot, you get pissed off because you spent $80 in cardboard for
You
a
know how
kid
much
to break
fucking
it
money I
again.
spent on that? You little fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I know it's goddamn cardboard, Billy. I can't do it. Let us know in the comments what you think about the cardboard that Nintendo's selling you. Are you going to buy it? How much are you willing to spend on it? Would you spend more on it? What's a good price point? I'd say about $20. That's even steep for me, but that's a lot better than 80.
For
Yeah.
cardboard.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's a good answer. Next topic and our last topic. Let's see. So Fortnite, I'm sure you guys have heard of it, is doing really good. There's been 40 million downloads of this game already. And it's doing so good that Epic, the people who make it, is a little skeptical in the future of another game they make called Paragon, another free-to-play game. Paragon, if you don't know, is a third-person MOBA. A MOBA I actually really like, and Chevy actually likes. I think we all like it. And essentially, they're saying that the number of people who are playing Paragon is so much smaller than Fortnite that it seems unsustainable. Now, to quote them, they said the core challenge is that of new players who try Paragon, only a small number continue to play regularly after a month. Though Paragon has evolved, no iteration has yet achieved that magical combination of ingredients that make for a sustainable game. They also said, it says Epic added that it does not believe the issue is related to marketing or monetization, noting that it has good ideas about how to fix those problems if more players came on board. Over the course of the coming weeks, Epic said it plans to evaluate if it is possible to come up with a plan to get Paragon to a place where it can be measurable or can see measurable growth and success. What do we think about the success of Fortnite and how it's affecting Paragon? And do you care if Paragon goes away, or what do you want to see in the future from Paragon?
So I'm excited for Fortnite. That's great. It is a neat experience. Depending either way you decide to play it, whether you want to do the battle royale mode or the PvE, zombie / tower
Both are
defense
good.
mode. They're both good. As far as the whole Paragon thing goes, this kind of bums me out because I don't really like MOBAs, and Paragon actually does work for me. But not enough to obviously keep me going. But no game does, really. I have a hard time sticking games. I love Final Fantasy 14, for example, and I play that for like a couple weeks at a time, and then I let it lapse, and then I come back to it a little later, and I play it for a few more weeks. So I mean, and I obviously one person, but I imagine there's a lot of people out there who have a hard time sticking to one game anymore. Just so many games out there. I just hope that if they decide it's not sustainable for them, that they sell it off to someone so it doesn't die, because I do think it is a quality MOBA. And I honestly, I don't know what the solution could be for them to make a profit off of it, but I'd hate to see it go away.
Well, I don't know if they're worried about the profit. Obviously, the profit matters, but I think it's that Fortnite is doing so good that they might as well fully support that game, since it's probably, I would guess, making double or triple what Paragon's making at the very least. So it just makes more sense to have the resources all allocated to that game and making sure that thing's working, which does suck because I also really like Paragon. I would hate to see it go away. I don't play it actively, though, so I'm part of the problem. But that sucks because it's a game that I like to come back to and play every once in a while. If they were to stop supporting it, I would hope they would kind of do what I forgot what the fuck they're called, but the guys who make Tribes Ascend, also make Smite and stuff like that, and Paladins. They left Tribes servers up and stuff like that, or they allowed people to at least make their own servers, and the game stayed up. And then eventually they started supporting it again. So I would hope that Epic would do the same thing. I do not want to see this game disappear. That would be such a fucking waste. They've put so much time and effort into making all these different characters that are all like really fleshed out and really cool looking and all have really cool skills and shit like that. And it would seem like such a fucking waste to get rid of that, just because it wasn't making enough money. Like don't fucking support the game anymore, but keep the servers up for a little bit and see if it picks up on its own or something. I don't know. I just I hope it does get to a point where they can find a way to keep the game going. But I understand from their perspective why they would be thinking about the future, because they're not even saying they're going to shut it down. They're saying the future they're not sure about. It just sucks. I don't like hearing that because it's a game I like, and it always sucks to hear that a game you like might go away. I've experienced it way too many times, like everybody else. So I hope they can figure that out because I like both games.
I've played a lot of MOBA. Oh, not MOBAs, but I played a lot of League of Legends in my day.
I played a lot of MOBA.
MOBA.
Singular.
And while I really enjoy Paragons, there's something about it that doesn't just quite click. And I think that's part of the problem is that there's something about it is not quite MOBA-esque enough to get the hardcore MOBA players into it, and that's something I think they need to address if they want to keep this game going. I get that they want to keep, allocating their business towards. Oh God, I just spaced out on it. Fortnite, thank you. Wow. Because
That's me right now, man. I'm just forgetting everything.
It is so successful right now, but I don't think it's because this is what really weirds me out about companies is that when something gets really successful, they try to shut down everything else instead of you allocating a little bit of that money from the success from their big games and kind of supporting their smaller games that could down the road become bigger games. And I can see these games both becoming really big as long as they support everything.
Yeah.
But I think that's part of the problem is that they kind of tunnel vision into Fortnite and leave everything else behind.
Yeah, this is just like Epic has two kids. He's got Billy and Steve, and everybody loves Steve. He does fucking everything really good. People come over to see Steve. He shows off Steve. All the other parents are like, Steve's great. I wish I had Steve. And he's like, Steve's fucking awesome. And like, who's that other kid? And he's like, well, Billy's okay. And he's getting to the point of like, maybe we should just leave him in the basement. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I don't want him to do that because it's mean. Paragon should live. It's a weird analogy.
Yeah.
It's such a aesthetically pleasing game, but the mechanics of it are just something's missing. Something's not quite there.
See, that's interesting because like me and Chevy, I think we're on a different page on that because, and I know you're not saying anything negative about it, but like you are more interested in more traditional MOBA, and I have an issue or I have problems getting into traditional MOBA, so I needed something different. So I think it does have its niche crowd that like that, but the same as like Call of Duty has made it almost impossible for other FPSs to come out and be popular because people want an experience like that. MOBAs are so popular right now that there is a set standard that they do, and if you deviate from that too far, the interest is not there because people are expecting a certain type of gameplay. So I mean, like, there's like a couple MOBAs out there that everybody's playing, and then anything else that comes out is really hard for people to get into. Just like I said with Call of Duty, they got Halo and fucking Battlefield to compete with them. That's about it.
Pretty much, and Halo doesn't come out that often.
Yeah. So I mean, it's the exact same thing in my opinion. Fucking League and Dota are like the big dogs. Smite, people play Smite, but I mean, other than that, they're all smaller niche groups of people playing MOBAs. So I think that's the bigger issue, and I don't even think it's that people aren't playing Paragon. Like I said before, I think the one's just fucking dwarfing it. It's eclipsing it with its success. Fortnite is just so big that it's just like, why are we wasting time on Paragon when Fortnite is just this good?
Yeah.
I hate the way that thinking, but I mean, it makes sense.
Like I said, sell it to someone else who wants to work on it then.
It's just not the guys who bought APB because they're going to fuck it up.
Reloaded? No, thank you.
Yeah, those are the guys that flip houses, as Chevy put it. They do. That was a really good analogy. I remember it. I don't remember shit. Anything else you guys want to say on Paragon?
Survive.
Good luck. Survive, please. I should probably go play Paragon before it disappears because they said they're figuring this out this week. That's not a whole lot of time. So, but yeah, let us know in the comments. Have you played Paragon? Do you like Paragon? Do you hate Paragon? Do you not give a shit about MOBAs? Do you only play Dota 2 or League? You probably play League. And have you played Fortnite? What do you think about the 40 million people who have downloaded it? And yeah, I think that's good for this episode of Taste Tuesday on Tasty Loot Gaming. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. We have like 500 episodes now. It's fucking crazy. And I've edited so many of those. Not to toot my own horn. That's so many fucking episodes. It's stupid.
You've actually edited all of them.
This is true. My brain is fucking gone. It's fried from editing so much shit. Make sure to check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook at Tasty Loot Gaming. Check out the streams on the channel if you missed them. They're uploaded. We just played Monster Hunter World Beta all the way into the last fucking minute of the beta. A lot of you guys joined us, played with us. Really appreciate that. That was fucking awesome. It went way better than I could have ever imagined. Got to talk with so many guys. You guys are so fucking cool. And let's do it again soon. And if you missed that, it's up. You can watch that stream. And yeah, check me out on Twitch at Sleep Division, all one word. Check Chris out on Twitch at tasty_fruit. And yeah, my name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
Until next episode, which will be this Friday for Tastecast, episode 53, I believe. But until then, have a good week, guys, and take it easy.